Brianna was offered basically a payout to sign an NDA to not talk about the breakup, things that happened, and it's a shit ton. $12 million is what it ended up being. And I was going back and forth with her a lot.
Me and Dave even texted and it was like, we can't tell Bree not to.
Turning down $12 million is
it's crazy.
I sat on the back porch of the Duxbury house that he bought for us to live in next to my family and like have a family in. And I sat on that back porch with my aunt and we looked out at the water and we looked at this fucking $10 million house. And I'm like, for what? I'm going to get all these millions and just to have a backyard to sit in and thank Zach for. Like, it was never about the money. I was with the dude because I loved the dude. Like, everything glamorous, rich, or fucking cool about him was the shit that I hated about him, or I hated being with him for. This episode and me not taking the money, like, it's not just for me. It's for anyone else that's been emotionally abused. It's for people right now that are being emotionally abused. It's for people that don't have a support system that I was luckily enough to have going through this. And like the last year of my life has been the hardest year of my life, like dealing with the abuse from this dude. Like, I'm still scared right now because I'm like scared of him still. My brain's rewired. Like, I'm scared to make him mad. And last week I didn't want to talk about it because I was scared. So I was like, yeah, we can just talk about the stuff that's public. And I still said, fuck your money. But you made the women before me believe that they had no other choice than to take money from you, sign their experiences away, sign what they went through away. You get to go skip off and sing your little fucking songs on stage like you're a good dude. I don't want in 2 years to buy a fucking house and think, oh, this is the money from the dude that literally fucking destroyed me and broke me for a year. Fuck that. Fuck you. I don't want your money.
Have you guys seen Deb's TikTok video? The TikTok video she posted at 8 p.m. The happiness, the Josh wine, the song choice, Clean. Clean by Taylor Swift is a song about closure. And look at that smile on Deb's face. That is a $1 million smile. Good for you, girl. Obviously, Bree had hinted that Zach Bryan's previous relationships had been silenced by money. And let's be for real, do we blame them? No. Bree was offered $12 million. That's a lot. And maybe because Bree is more of like a public person and apparently she has like recordings of Zach Bryan being crazy. But I'm gonna take a wild guess and say they also got a very good offer.
Hello and welcome to Influencer Police, a place where we expose the lies, the cheating, and the dirty ways of these filthy influencers. How lucky is Bree to be free of ZB and his STDs. Oh, how lucky is Bree to be free of ZB and his STDs. Oh, I'm Chief Coconut. This is Influencer Police. And buckle the fuck up. Wow. I'm in complete fucking shock. Now, I really wanted to film this video with Detective, and I've been like waiting for her, but like, bitch, I don't have time to wait no more, honey. The tea is hot. The tea is piping. We just gotta talk about it. She's more of an expert at Bree than me, but I'm gonna try my best, y'all. So if I get something wrong, I'm sorry. But I did just watch the BFF podcast where Bree basically breaks down the whole breakup with Zach Bryan. Now, I do wish she dug in a little deeper and told us like the hottest fucking tea, as in like expose that son of a bitch. But I guess I understand, like, she doesn't want to relive things, she doesn't want her kids to know, so I gotta respect that. But she exposed a lot. So basically the BFF podcast did this whole like an hour and 30-minute segment just giving Bree the platform to talk about the breakup, give her piece on it, and tell us what's up. Now, we already knew that Zach Bryan basically, well, she exposes that Zach Bryan like didn't officially ever break up with her. He was kind of being like weird, wanted to move back to Oklahoma, never officially ended things. And then the day they officially ended things, the next day he's like he posted an Instagram for the world to know. And that pissed Brie off because they agreed that they would take a week to announce it so Brie could collect herself, deal with it privately, and she didn't want the whole world to know. She wanted a week before that happened. But because the sleazy scumbag Zach Bryan just decided, I'm gonna go on fucking Raya like the night that I break up with like my girlfriend, the whole world already knew. So that was bad on his part, because obviously people see that motherfucker on Raya, they're gonna fucking talk 100%. But I think the craziest thing that was exposed in this recent BFF podcast was that Zach Bryan offered Brianna Chickenfry $12 million to keep silent. NDA, baby. NDA's in his DNA. And when I heard that number, I was shocked. I was like, wow, these celebs are really something else. Like, every single celeb that has a breakup, I'm just like, they're probably forking out millions for their significant other to shut the fuck up. I'm like, wow, these people like really are diabolical. And it made me think of Ariana Grande and her ex-husband Dalton. And from what we knew, Dalton got $1 million from the divorce and the settlement. But I'm like, I wonder how much he really got. Because $1 million, if he got only $1 million and this Zach Bryan dude is offering $12 million to Brie, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, of course, like, he's done some really sketchy things, so of course he wants Brie to shut up, but still, I'm just like, I wonder how much Dalton really got. But this is crazy. When I heard that, I was like, wow. And apparently they lowballed her at first, then they kept upping the ante when she was just like, nope, nope, nope. To the point where they're offering her, I guess, $12 million, and then also like a New York apartment or a house and all this shit. And they talked about on the podcast how Brie was asking, you know, Dave and Josh what she should do. Like, should she take the money? Should she not? And they were kind of trying to navigate that, because Brie admits that she knows her career has tanked ever since dating Zach Bryan. She admits that she's lost herself and gave herself to him and put herself on the back burner and basically had to change everything about herself to appease this man. And she knows that most people no longer fuck with her ever since she started dating Zach Bryan. Now, that is true, but people stopped fucking with her before Zach Bryan. You know, we had a whole exposed video on Brianna Chickenfry. She's got into multiple controversies while people slowly stopped liking her, you know, after each controversy, especially Boagate. Like, it wasn't Zach Bryan. Now, that was a nail in the coffin, but it wasn't exactly that. But I think for a lot of people, that was like the nail in the coffin, and people disliked her even more than they already did. And we already know that she was caught kind of copying his ex and really just changing everything about herself to fit this man's narrative and idea of a girl. And she even said that Zach Bryan needs a girl that's just his girl and doesn't have a life of her own. And she was basically heading in that direction. And in this podcast, Brianna talks about how every single event or thing that related to her and was about her, Zach Bryan ruined.
Everything good, anything good I did for me, he made sure to ruin it for me. He ruined my birthday. He ruined my tour. He ruined the Golden Globes. Anything Brianna did for Brianna, he had to ruin it.
He found a way to fucking ruin it. Her tour, where he broke up with her while she's like on her last leg of the tour. her birthday. I guess he went absolutely nutso on her friends, cursed them out, threw a glass, was a psycho. And what was the other thing she said? Oh, and when she went to the, what was it, the Golden Globes? If I get that wrong, I'm so sorry. It was some award show. I think it was the Golden Globes, bitch. I don't fucking know, nor do I fucking care. But basically, when she was at the Golden Globes, he saw her post to Instagram, the dress she was wearing. He reposted her post to his story and said that she looked beautiful and like his girl's beautiful. But then behind the scenes got pissed the fuck at Brie for wearing that dress. And is like, my woman would never be caught wearing that dress. And basically made her delete the whole post. It caused a shit fire. And that's the reason why he unfriended the fucking BFF podcast, Grace, all of them, and even Brianna. Now, eventually he refollowed Brie, but he never followed any of the others. And I guess it was all because of that dress. Which is crazy because she looked really good in that dress. For real. It was really cute dress and she looked really good in it. And it wasn't too crazy. I mean, yeah, you can like see her underwear and shit like that, but like it's really not too crazy. I'm like, sit down. But what really I find interesting about this is we all remember who Brianna Chickenfry was prior to Zach Bryan. Like she was like a New York baddie, you know? She's full of plastic surgery. She had like the purple hair. She did her hair all crazy and she was like super fashiony and she's just like a New York baddie. You know what I'm saying? Like not a fucking country bitch, not Zach Bryan. So I think that's also like surprised people, like she's dating Zach Bryan. But also it's like, okay, Zach Bryan, okay, hold the phone. Okay. Why did you get into a relationship with a woman who already had a career, was a New York City baddie, and then expect anything different? And then think that the Golden Globes dress was something? I'm like, honey, that was tame. Have you seen what other people wear there? Like, what in this man's right mind would he even go for Brianna Chickenfry in the first place? If he wants this no career, plain Jane country bitch, why the fuck would he ever date in the first place Brianna? I mean, like, what? And Brianna said that she wants to like talk about this and she didn't want to accept the money because she wants to tell her story. She doesn't want to like sit in a house that was bought by this man and just be like, this is like fucking blood money. She just wants to be free to express her experience, and if she can help other girls out with her story, then that's great. And I really respect that from Brianna. I think that's like really respectable to do. I mean, 12 million is a lot of fucking money. And it kind of just makes me wonder, like, if I was offered $12 million, would I take it or would I not? But here's the thing. Brianna is not me, but she has a lot of fucking money. She does have a career and it is kind of tanked. She kind of fucked up her whole career. I mean, let's be fucking honest. And she even mentions that she knows her career is like in the fucking toilet, but I don't feel like it's flushed yet. It's in the toilet and it's like a big doo-doo in the toilet, but it hasn't officially been flushed. So this whole Zach Bryan breakup and her not taking the money and kind of being more straight up with people and her fans, her ex-fans, might gain her some brownie points in the public eye, and maybe people will start to go more in Brie's favor. Now, does this take away her bad takes and her other controversies? No, but maybe this whole experience could change her in a better way. Maybe humbled her a little bit. And we'll see like where she navigates this and what happens next. How she, if she does change from this, we'll see what happens. I'm honestly like actually hoping she does. Like, I'm not gonna pray for anyone's fucking downfall unless they're like absolutely like an evil shit person. And I don't think she is. I just think she's kind of like, you know, narcissistic at times, which is interesting because she would call him a narcissist. Well, I guess he's another fucking level bitch. He seemed really fucking crazy. I guess he would take her phone out of her hands and smash it to the ground. And they had this weird bit between each other of just filming each other at random weird moments, almost for like blackmail, because she has videos of him acting a fool and he wanted some back. So they have these weird videos of each other, and the whole relationship just seems so toxic. And I guess with the social media, it came to a point where, you know, he made her delete that Golden Globe post. She always had that in the back of her mind, like, if I post this, is he gonna have a fucking tantrum? So in that sense, he kind of controlled her social media as well. And it just seemed like a very, very toxic relationship, a lot of back and forth. This man seems like a complete psychopath, in my opinion, allegedly. He apparently is really short. It is balding, apparently. So the BFF, Dave and Josh made this big ass diss track to Zach Bryan. And they say that Brie had no involvement in that, and they just used what was already publicly available. And the whole song slaps. That song is so fucking good. Now, the tea with that is apparently they kind of played on one of Zach Bryan's songs about Brie at the very end, and they changed the words to "How lucky is Brie to be free of ZB and his STDs. Oh." And apparently they think that that little segment is what Zach Bryan went after to get it copyrighted and taken down from like everywhere. And they had a lot of problems like getting that music video up, getting that song up. I actually don't know if it's back up at this point, but you can find that shit on TikTok. Everyone's re-uploaded it. It's getting hella attention. It's super funny. Apparently he is really short. Which, like, no hate to short men or anything, but like that's not for me. It's like, I'm sorry, but like I try, but like no, you know, like I prefer a tall man. That just like really gets me going. But apparently he's really short, and apparently he has a really bad hairline and is like balding, and he always wears hats. So we also got that he makes girls itch, if you know what I mean. And he kicked Peaches, Dave's dog, out of a dressing room, which is so fucking rude. I guess at one of his concerts, Dave brought his dog Peaches, and he wanted Peaches to like be in Zach's dressing room, and Zach did not want this dog in there, and tried to like move the dog behind Dave's back to the band's fucking dressing room with all this equipment, and that pissed Dave off, rightfully so. It's like, why are you moving this dog that you said could be there? Why are you putting him in this room with all this dangerous equipment? What the fuck? So this bitch is like, ew. I'm like, ew, you're gonna treat animals like that? Fuck you. But yeah, so we basically just, I mean, this whole thing, definitely go watch this. If you're interested in this, you have to go watch that BFF podcast if you haven't already. She goes into a lot of fucking detail about their relationship and just really crazy things. And I just think that this really explains why she drastically changed, and it was way worse than anyone could ever imagine. And it's unfortunate for her because she really did fuck up her career at this point. And I'm wondering for her if it's too far gone to reclaim. You know what I mean? And apparently the BFF podcast, they say, is going to end by like this year. Like the beginning of the year, they said they wanted to end it. So I don't know if they're actually going to do that or not. But I know that that really helps Brianna's career and probably money. So, and Brie says that her and Grace are fine and they're always fine, but I kind of call bullshit on that because Dave literally said like, so like this whole Zach relationship causes strain on you and Grace, and she's trying to play it off like, no, we're fine, we're always gonna be fine, we just texted about it. But it's like, I really don't buy that. It's like even Dave is asking You know, like something's obviously up for him to ask, and she just doesn't want to touch it. And we already know that Grace threw shade at Brie for her birthday and not being there, not showing up, not posting about it. So I don't know what's really going on with that. And then they say like they may allegedly not even do that podcast anymore. So it really doesn't seem like it's all fine and dandy with her and Grace. Like, just be fucking real with us. Like, doesn't seem like it's all fine and dandy with you guys. But I guess she's not going to get into that or touch it. So there's that. But yeah, I'm like, is there anything else like that I want to talk about from the thing? I mean, it was such a long video and I should have took notes on it so I can like recap it, but honestly, bitch, honestly, I never fucking take notes for these videos unless I'm talking about something like super specific, like my my fucking rubber food video. I took like a lot of notes on that because I was talking about something like super specific. But if I'm just talking about drama, I usually never take notes. I just freeball every single video, and you can probably tell it's maybe a little bit of a shit show. But I just like to freeball shit, and sometimes I forget something, but I just like to flow and go, baby. That's how it goes. So if I'm missing something super important, I'm so sorry, but I think I touched on like the important things. But I really just found the $12 million thing shocking, absolutely shocking, and I'm wondering what more Brie is not telling us, like, to make up for that 12 million. Like, what does she have him on a video doing that he needs to offer her $12 million and a New York City fucking apartment to keep quiet about? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck does Brie have on this man? And at this point, it's like, why do these creepazoids have platforms? Seriously? Like, I don't fucking get it, dude. And I'm not into country at all like that. It's just not my jam. I like a few songs. Like the Lady A band. I like them a lot, but I don't fucking keep track. It's just not my thing. I like R&B. I like R&B and pop mostly. A little bit of rock, a little bit of alternative rock. That's for me, baby, but not country. No, sorry. If that's for you, I'm so sorry about that. But it's not for me. As of yet. Maybe I'll change one day, probably not. But I don't get it. I don't get the hype on this man. He's a big fat baby, hideous, in my opinion, allegedly. Apparently short as fuck. Probably a small D, allegedly. I don't know, like, the appeal of this man at all. So I don't get it. And I recently dated this guy who liked Zach Bryan, and I was like, oh, that's a red fucking flag. I no longer talk to that man. Yeah, because he's a fucking red flag. So, I don't know. It has a correlation. And now I'm like, if someone likes that man, next, big red flag, honey. Move fucking along, bitch. I don't think so. Thank you, next. So, yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. If I missed something, please let me know. Maybe I'll get Detective on here and we'll talk about this again, or if more things escalate. But I just really wanted to get this up here because it is like a trending topic. Everyone's talking about it, and I'm just gonna throw in my 2 cents. So let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We're trying to grow the channel. Please like this video. That helps us out so fucking much, bitch. You have no idea. Please hit the notification button so you never miss a video. And please let me know if you guys would rather me continue my Patreon or if we should just open memberships on YouTube. Let me know if you guys would be interested in like me starting memberships on this channel. Let me know. Yeah. So I'll see you in the next one. How lucky is Brie to be free of ZB and his STDs. Oh, how lucky is Brie to be free of ZB and his STDs. Oh, subscribe.